Kada imate priliku da razgovarate sa nekim ko može da obori rekord i to na svetskom nivou, onda je to posebna stvar. Zahvaljujući pre svega Ivanu Milosavljeviću i još nekim srpskim fudbalerima, uspeo sam da dođem do Guillerma Ochoe, koji ako bude igrao na svetskom prvenstvu, će vrlo verovatno biti drugi najstariji igrač i vrlo verovatno jedan od 3 igrača koji će prvi put igrati na 6 svetskih prvenstava, zajedno sa Mesijem i Ronaldom. Naravno, velika zahvalnost njima, velika zahvalnost Plazmi, velika zahvalnost Generaliju koji podržavaju ovaj podcast. Ukoliko želite i vi da podržite praćenjem, deljenjem ili možda donacijom, bio bih vam veoma zahvalan. Ovo je razgovor sa Guillermom Ochoom, golmanom iz Meksika. Guillermo, muchas gracias. Me voy a hablar en inglés porque mi español no es suficiente bien, pero muchas gracias. Muchas gracias por tu tiempo.
It's a pleasure to be with you.
Guillermo, you know that everybody speaks about you now and the World Cup. This is one of the topics not only in Mexico but in the world, and that you can be first with Messi and Ronaldo, who will play 6th World Cup. Have you ever imagined that it can happen, even that once you said that this is your goal?
No. For sure, I never imagined this kind of goal, no? Because when you start to play and you start to be a football player, for sure you dream to be and to play one World Cup. So I'm very lucky to be in 5 World Cups already. All the World Cups that I played was very, very different. So since 2006 that I was in my first World Cup, if you told me at that moment that I will be in the race to be in 6 World Cup, I signed it, no? But for sure, it's a difficult goal to reach. It's not easy. And that's why nobody does until now. So I try to do my best. It's a big challenge. But I think for me the most important is the consistency. Be constant, no? So I'm still in a good shape, working hard and trying to help for sure my team, and also I can help also I think I can help also the national team, no? In this World Cup for sure. Even more important because it's in Mexico.
And do you feel pressure?
Pressure. No. I don't think it's pressure. No, I think it's the pressure is part of the game. Is part of this level. So the pressure, I think, I learned to use in a good way, no. And the pressure pushed me to performing better. So no. I try to don't think in all that happened around the football, just to be focused in my performance and to be focused in my team, my teammates, and try to do my best. No, that's why every day in the trainings I try to work as a game.
Do you still follow some rules that you set up for yourself and professional career at the start? I don't know, food, I don't know, sleeping, some professionalism. What is the thing that you followed all your career?
You know, through the years, for sure, you change a lot of things, no? You are not the same, and you cannot continue at the same rhythm as a young player, for sure you have more energy. Is normal. You recover faster, and sometimes when you are young, you don't think on these stuff. But at my age, I think for sure I am very lucky because I never have a big injury. I hope don't have it, but at the moment I was very lucky with this stuff, and for sure I have to focus in the way I eat, in my weight for sure, because it's normal with my age. The way you lose kilos is more difficult, and for sure the way you take kilos is more faster. So it's normal. It's part of the life. I take care with the good therapy, good physios, with eyes. Now you have a lot of new machines, new technology. A lot of things change also to take care about you. So hyperbaric camera. So the boots to recovery, warm and ice. Cold and warm, everything. I try to use everything to be performant, for sure. But and I feel good in a good shape, So that's why I am still raising my hand, to be in the national team, and I'm pushing with my team here in Cyprus to be performant and help my team.
If we speak about the World Cup, which is from my point of view now the most interesting thing, and you are coming from Mexico, and Mexico is a passionate country, and we follow many Mexican people, Mexican football players, Tell me, how is the atmosphere right now in Mexico about the World Cup?
Well, the people is waiting for this moment, since they announced that the FIFA World Cup will be in Mexico, and Mexico will be the host, and we will have the opening game. The expectative is big. It's very, very big, because we already have 2 World Cups, with the great souvenirs about these 2 World Cups. In 2017, Brazil won the World Cup with Pelé. In 86, Argentina won the World Cup with Maradona. So after that, you like a Mexican fan, you say, okay, maybe was the last time that we have a World Cup at home. So after this announcement, the expectative is big, very, very big. They already sell all the tickets for all the games. So we played 2 games in Mexico City and 1 game in Guadalajara. We are gonna have we already have a lot of friendly games in Mexico, with the full stadium. So the people is waiting for this big moment. And now I think yesterday they announced 1 friendly game against Serbia in Mexico just before the World Cup. The last game before the World Cup. So it's very exciting to have this big challenge at home. So we have to be ready for this also.
If I ask you, Guillermo, can you provide me 1 ticket? What would your head explode? How many tickets people are asking you?
A lot. The list is very big. It's very big. and it's even for us, for the players, it's very difficult to get it. So the FIFA, the federation tried to do his best, but a lot of people call me and send me message for the tickets of the World Cup. But I speak with them and say, hey, first you have to wait. First I have to be in the list. No, it's almost there. I feel I have possibilities to be there. But the coach decide at the end, so we have to wait.
What is the most important thing for World Cup? You experienced so much. So if you can explain to us, now it's less than 2 months, what is the most important thing for the World Cup? And please, the other question, what is the most important thing for the team that is hosting the World Cup? It will be more challenging for you, right?
I think your two questions are connected, because the most important thing in a World Cup, and also for the host team, even now, even more now, is how to deal with the pressure. Because it seems, it looks like everything is nice because you play at home with your fans. You have the support of everybody at home, but also this can can turn against you, because the expectative is very big. Everything, the price of the tickets are here in the sky, so the people is waiting for a great performance of Mexico, to enjoy, to have fun, to see the players that you follow, to watch a good game of Mexico, to see a lot of goals, to celebrate after the game, also the victories, the points. So it's not easy to challenge to control this pressure. No, it's a big challenge for us, and it's difficult. It's not easy to manage. So I think this kind of pressure in the small moments, it make the difference. No, for me, with my experience, I think how can I tell you, the decision making under the pressure is the key. Because the experience helps a lot. But the hunger and the mentally is what define everything. So we need to be prepared and ready, and more the young players without the experience to manage this pressure, because there will be mistakes during the game for sure. But the most important thing is how you deal about them during the game.
You participated in 2006, and times have changed. Now you have mobile phones. Now you have more competitive game. Now have you more media. And tell me, what is the biggest difference that you managed from 20 years ago to today?
Well, a lot. Before was very, you say it was very, very different. Before one game, I remember the only way to communicate in Germany, to communicate with my family in Mexico, was in the coffee center. To send one email. We didn't have the cell phones, so there the pressure was different, because the only way that they know how you play was if they watch the TV live, or sometimes they resume. But the replay, but right now is different. No, the young. I was in between. No, the before and now. So it was good for me because I know how to deal with both pressure. No, I can read one message, but that also I can put in the trash. So, but the new players, the young players, is very important for them. You know, how the people see the performance. They are sometimes they before one game. You know, for one example, normally in one official game, when I arrive to the one example, the day of the game, I don't speak with anybody. No cell phone, no message with anybody. So I'm focusing my game day. So I'm focusing my game day. No message today. I'm busy. Today, after the game, we talk, but not even a response. No, I put my telephone away. And also in the dressing room, my cell phone is hidden there in the locker room, so I don't see nothing. I focus in the game, I play, and after the game, I start to watch everything. But the young players, the new players, they are always with the phone and the boss in the hotel before the game in the dressing room with the cell phone, texting, a lot of players making video calls. So it's difficult to deal because for sure they will see the social media. So one advice for me is try to use less this phone, because if you watch a lot this kind of message or social media message, you will carry a lot of pressure in something that maybe you don't need to carry on the pitch.
Mexico is the country who played the most games at the World Cup without winning the World Cup. So it proves that Mexico is competitive, that it can get to the later stage. Everybody fears about Mexico. Nobody wants to meet Mexico, but Mexico doesn't go to the final or something like that. What Mexico needs, because man, you have so talented player and you have so passionate players,
I know. Mexico have a lot of quality, and it's a shame. It's a shame because in the next round we always miss something. We always miss this kind of lucky also to make this big step. A small mistake and you receive the goal, penalties, so small details. And also because in some moments during the group stage, we don't make our homework, For example, in 2006, in the next round, we play against Argentina. In South Africa was Argentina. In Brazil was Netherlands. In Russia was Brazil. So, it's like this every time. So it's not an easy game. But to beat one biggest national team in football, you need in that moment make everything perfect. And also, sometimes in the group stage, you have to do it better, to be in a better position, for sure, with the biggest teams, to have a more easy game in the next round. And I think that's it, no? But it's about that game. not about. I don't think it's about the quality of the Mexican player. And after we can talk about a lot of things. No, maybe we need for sure more experience in Europe, more Mexican players in Europe to get more experience in the best leagues in the world. And it's a challenge for the Mexican football.
Tell me, everybody is speaking about the altitude in Mexico City, you know. I know that it's difficult, but I think that nobody spoke about it in 1970 or 1986. Now suddenly altitude becomes a problem and the topic. So what do you think? Is it really difficult for the other players to play on such an altitude, especially in Mexico City?
Yes, it's a big problem for them. And sometimes also for us, you know, because how we say, before the full players of the squad was in they were in Mexico. They were playing in Mexico City, in Mexico. No, we have different altitude, but almost all the part were in Mexico. But now, 12, 15 players are in Europe. So sometimes when we play there, also for us it's difficult not to adapt. You need 4 or 5 days to adapt to this situation. And that's why we are going to make this preparation before the World Cup a little bit more longer to be ready for this, because for sure we have to take this like an advantage, a handicap for us. And for the rest of the teams, it's not easy. Because when we play qualification games for the World Cup and the other national teams came to Mexico playing 2,700 meters, the first 20-25 minutes they start to get tired. So this is something that is going to happen. So they have to be ready, because it's a big problem for the second half.
This is the biggest World Cup in the history. More than 100 games in the tournament. So it's important, for example, for Mexico, I assume that it's important to stay fresh for the longer period of time. You cannot see who will you meet in the next round, so it's important to be first in the group. So is it now more difficult? I assume it's more difficult. You know, you come after a long season, you know. So what's your advice? What do you think? How do you approach that?
Well, I think the FIFA tried to give more opportunity to more countries. So we like a players, we have to be ready for everything. And I think that's why they allowed to have now 26 players. They allowed also to keep these 5-6 substitutions. So because normally this was only in COVID time, you remember that, no? They keep this. So with more games, more substitutions, everyone in the team, in the squad, have to be ready, because maybe the 26 have to play, no? So for me, that's the key. The national team who keep more fresh the 26 players can go to the final, no? Or be more fresh to play the more games and have more possibilities to win games.
One other question for the goalkeepers.
Yeah.
You know, if the goalkeepers are every time under the spot, you know,
Yeah.
so you are sometimes, I think that the goalkeeper is the most alone person in the world of sport, in the world of team sport, you know. So tell me, what is for you, you know, and especially you did some of the best games in your career were at the World Cup, you know, the Neymar, when you stopped his shot, the Lewandowski penalty, the 9 saves versus Germany, you know, and people went crazy when they saw you. So what's the important for the goalkeeper? What's the difference? How do you approach the game nowadays? Because nowadays the game is really faster. Have you seen the new ball? Sorry for too much questions, you know.
No, for sure. A lot of things change. Also the rules. The rules for me, you know, when I was a kid or I start to play, I remember the rule of the throw in, and I can catch it with my hands, or pass back and I can take it with my hands. We didn't work a lot with the feet, you know, the footwear pad with the passes, because normally the keeper catch the ball and shoot the ball away, or long ball. So a lot of things change. Now you have only a few seconds to play. You have to be faster. Everything against the goalkeeper in the corners. No, now a lot of corners go close to the goalkeeper, and a lot of players around the goalkeeper, and you know the referee is allowed to play. So, and also the balls, the ball change a lot because it's more faster. For sure, they try to make the ball more faster to see more goals, and it's very difficult for us because the ball is faster. You have to be ready to react more faster. So a lot of things change. Well, it's okay. It's okay. The goalkeepers try to work to be prepared, to be ready. And when you decide to be goalkeeper, you know it's going to be a big challenge. But that's why we are different, no? So we take this like a challenge. We have to take like this.
Yeah, I understand. Who is the best goalkeeper nowadays for you, and who is the best keeper you saw in your career?
It's difficult to say it because I saw a lot of goalkeepers in different years. Right now, at this moment, I think Thibaut Courtois, Emmanuel Neuer. These two are above the others. For me, when I was a kid, I used to follow Dida, Buffon, Taffarel, Gianluca Pagliuca, you remember? Peter Schmeichel, Iker Casillas. I don't want to forget someone, but Oscar Cordova when he was in Boca Juniors. I love too much these goalkeepers, no? The Italian style, the Brazilian style was amazing for me to watch them on TV.
And who is the best player you played against, you know?
Difficult. Well, I have the lucky to play against a lot of big players. It's difficult to say just one. because I play against Mesi, against Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Mesi. I play against once against Romario. You remember Romario?
Of course, I remember Romario.
Long time ago. So it's difficult to say it, but these three may be the best striker. Neymar also was amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you expect now for the World Cup at this moment? Who do you see as a favorite? Who do you think it will manage the best?
To Mexico. I think there are two, France and Spain. Oh, boy, Argentina is the champion, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a great team with Messi. For sure, you have to consider like one of the favorites. Portugal, I don't know, but with Cristiano, he can make something special. But the two national teams that I think that could win is Spain and France.
Yeah.
Which club do you like to watch nowadays? What football do you like to watch nowadays?
I watch a lot the Spanish league, the Italian and Premier League. I love too much, but a lot the Spanish league, a lot. Yeah. Italian also, yeah, it's very nice. I love the football from Spain, Premier, and Italy. I'm fan of these leagues.
Yeah. And now that we are now speaking in between games of Tuesday and Wednesday in the Champions League, who do you think will be the closest to win the Champions League right now?
Oof. Well, that depends of these games of these weeks, but I think Bayern Munich is very strong this year. Have a lot of possibilities to win this Champions League, and Paris also, PSG. With Luis Enrique, they improve a lot in the last 2 months, and well, depends. Real Madrid is always Real Madrid in Champions League, and Atlético de Madrid. Now with this confidence. You never know. Atlético Madrid is always a competitive team. I think this between these four will be one of those will be the champion.
Where do you see yourself in the future?
Well, after the football, I want to continue in the world of football. I'm doing a degree in FIFA management. I have my own business to run, also the personals. Also, one thing like how can I say, like about the performance of the kids, to show the kids the way they can create his own career and develop a long career in professional football. That is called Guame. It's also professional amateur football, and I'm trying to develop this in Mexico and USA, and to keep involved in football, to continue to be ambassador for the European leagues, for the Mexican league in Mexico, USA, the national team with FIFA and UEFA. So this is the way I saw myself in the future.
What's the advice you will tell to your kids, either in sport or in career in their life? What advice would you like to say to your kids?
To follow his own dreams, to my kids, if they want to continue his life or doing some sports, try to do it. No, I have three kids. The small ones like the tennis.
Mm-hmm.
She start to make a lesson of tennis, and when you ask to her, what do you want to be in your life, he say, I want to be a tennis player. She's 7 years old. She say that she want to be better than Nadal. So it's like this, that we start when we are kids. So whatever they want, I will support, even if they want to be in the sport or not.
What is the best thing you collect from the 7 countries you played? What is the best thing and what you learned? Can you specify something? I know that you are close to your family, and I know that in Mexico people are really close to each other, and I know that you said once that you miss the most family when you played abroad. But what is the best thing you collected from playing so much abroad?
Abroad from Mexico?
Yeah.
Well, it's difficult to say just one, but for sure for me is my team in France, Ajaccio, because in the moment that I signed with them, they gave me the opportunity to explore Europe, to play in an European league, to grow up like a player and like a person. My family started there in France, in Ajaccio. My first daughter born there. So they allowed me to live my dream. So for me, this was the first step in Europe. For sure, they will be always inside of my heart.
You play friendly versus Serbia. I hope that you will be at that game. So if that is the last, let's say, test for the Mexico.
Yes.
What do you think? Will you approach like it's a World Cup game? How you will approach the game?
Why? I'm not sure. I'm not Javier Aguirre, the coach. First, for sure, let's see if I'm in that game in the list, and if I am there, I want to push and work to be in the start 11. If I'm not there, it's important to be with the group, to support the group, and to be with the young players also to put my experience for everyone, to take advantage of this. For Mexico, for sure, will be the last test, an important last test. I think if I was Javier Aguirre, I'm not, but for sure you will use your start 11. But you never know, a lot of things happen. Before the games, injuries, you try to keep one player fresh for the 11th of June. You never know, but it will be an important test for us, and we are happy because Serbia is a great team with a great coach. We know him with a lot of experience. In Mexico, USA, in Europe, multicultural player. So he have a lot of experience. I think he know a lot of players from before, no?
Yeah, because he coached. Yeah,
he was with the under 20.
Yeah, he was in the under 20. Yeah.
So we know him very well. He's a great coach. We know that he works very good. So he will not go there to Toluca for vacation. We know that. So it's good for us because it will be a good preparation game before the last good test before the World Cup.
Yeah, he said in a recent conference that it's very important for Serbian national team that all the players will be available in June, because he thinks that these games will be really, really important for the Serbian national team. He said we need the best players for those games, and he mentioned, of course, Mexico game.
Yeah. Because, like you say, he knows the Mexican league. He knows the Mexican players, and he knows that this will be a big challenge for Serbian teams. So, and also for the Serbian players, no? You have a very good players, very good goalkeepers also. So I know Banja, no? Banja. I was with him in a short time in Standard de Liège.
Yeah.
For 1, 2, 3 weeks, 1 month, and I know him. He was in Italy. I played against him when he was in Italy too. Yeah. Pavlovic also from Milan, Mitrovic, Luka Jovic, the other Milikovic Savic who played Saudi. So the goalkeeper also from Saudi, he's in Saudi.
Yes,
Rajkovic also. So I know some players, but very good. You have very good players. So it's a good test for both.
Guillermo, they're tall. They're really tall.
They're really tall, yeah.
Yeah, because
this game is in Toluca, is even more higher than Mexico.
Really? Yeah. It will be difficult, right?
It's a big challenge for them. Yeah. A challenge for you.
Before I finish, I want to ask you one thing, because people are not speaking much about it, but I wanted to make some video about it. Can you tell me something about the gloves? Nobody is speaking about the gloves, Now I see that they're sticky, And tell me about the gloves, because I see nobody speaks about the gloves, but they developed a lot, right?
Before, to find one pair of gloves, it was very difficult, I remember my father bought me once in one shop in the city center. It was the only who sell gloves, and right now it's everywhere, a lot of brands of gloves. And now change a lot because, I love to use the big gloves with feel like big hands. I use with the spikes and the grip for the
grip,
for the grip, because for me it's important, and now the young players, they use thin gloves, smaller gloves, without the grip. So start to change this too. But you have a lot of quality brands. I use Nike. I was since 2008, 2007. So I use the same model, Tiempos, in 2007. So before it was difficult to find a good brand of glove. Now you have a lot of options, good quality, and they make especially for the that depends on the weather. Rain, dry, sand, everything. So it's amazing.
Okay, at the end, I want to ask you one question, and then to wish you something. I would like to say thanks to Ivan Milosavljević, who helped me with contact. Miloš Kosanović also said the nicest things about you, that you love playing PlayStation, that you like to play games,
Yes.
Of course, to all Serbian players which helped. then I will ask you to sometimes when some old gloves you release them to give Ivan or somebody with the signature.
Okay, sure.
And I wish you to celebrate your next birthday at the World Cup, if you understand me. So it's 13th of July, right?
It's right.
I wish you to celebrate at the World Cup, man.
Imagine that will be amazing. And count with that. I will give to Ivan a pair of gloves with my signature. Sign it and thanks a lot. It was a pleasure to talk with you, and was an amazing moment.
Yeah.
Hope to see you in person in the future.
Yeah, I agree. Please come to visit Serbia once. I wish Mexico all the best, suerte y all the best. And thank you, muchas gracias por tu tiempo en hablar contigo.
De nada. Thanks, my friend.
Gracias. Hasta la próxima.
Velika zahvalnost Guillermo Ochoa. Meksiko je fantastična nacija i bit će jako uzbudljivo pratiti ih na svetskom prvenstvu. Želim Guillermu da naravno bude jedan od prva tri čoveka koji će učestvovati na 6 svetskih prvenstava. Želim mu naravno da proslavi rođendan, jer to znači da će igrati polufinale na svetskom prvenstvu, ako ga bude slavio tamo na svetskom šampionatu. Želim da zahvalim Plazmi i Generaliju i želim da zahvalim vama na praćenju. Ukoliko želite da podržite ovaj podcast, podelite, zapratite i ako možete da donirate za naredne projekte, a jedan od njih ste možda već čuli šta bi moglo da bude. Hvala vam, pozdrav!